Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Inquisition, and I'm going back to Skyhold. I would have waited till I actually got to Skyhold to start recording, but I believe a cutscene is going to trigger as soon as I get to Skyhold. So, if I recall correctly, so I wanted to make sure I was recording when I actually did this traveling. Yeah, as I expected.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back.
How are you, Solus?
It hurts. It always does.
Yeah.
But I will survive.
It always does.
Thank
To
you
lose
for
a
coming
friend.
back.
You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Right. So where were you?
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep. I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
Tell me what death is like to spirits.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
So it's not really dead?
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
I see. Okay.
I'll let you get back to work.
All right. Thank you again.
I've always I've definitely heard people say that they find it difficult to get a high approval with Solus, and I honestly have never experienced that. Regardless of how I feel about the character personally, I've never found it difficult to get high approval with him in this game personally, because I am the player who always takes all of the investigate options, and that alone nets you a lot of approval with Solus. And just like the kinds of decisions that I tend to make just tend to be the kinds of decisions that Solus likes. Just because of the way that I play the game. Again, regardless of whether I like Solus as a character or as a person, or whether I think my Inquisitor likes him as a person, I've never found it difficult to get high approval with him, or for him to consider me my Inquisitor's friends, because I just tend to make the kinds of decisions that he likes. In terms of siding with the mages or freeing the mages or whatever, and things like that. I think the only major decision that I tend to make that Solus doesn't like is is recruiting the wardens instead of banishing them. Right? He would much rather I banish the Grey Wardens, but usually by the time I get to that point, he likes me so much that the approval hit, or the disapproval that I get from that isn't enough to significantly change his opinion of my Inquisitor.
Has there been an exchange?
Oh dear.
You're awful. Not that. Gifts. Or perhaps betrothals.
Of a sort. Very romantic.
Ah, vicariously satisfying.
You guys need to stop gossiping about my love life, okay? There's been an exchange of kisses, all right? That's what we've done. We've kissed. That's it. Anyway, Varric wants to talk to me, I think.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
What's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column
I was gonna say
B.
probably both.
I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise.
Hi.
You're the Inquisitor, right?
Why are you surprised?
Bianca Davry, at your service.
Really? The Bianca, huh? Is this the Bianca? Varric, please. I'm not sure why she's shocked to meet me, though. It's like, this is my castle. I am the leader of this place. I have free reign to run around Skyhold, and I do talk to Varric quite often. So I don't know why she's shocked that I would suddenly be here. But okay, whatever. Yeah, Bianca, like the crossbow.
Your name is Bianca.
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca.
Right.
The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
Uh-huh. I actually think Helga's a nice name. Don't diss on Helga, okay? It's a cute name.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
I mean, that's true. Varric has a lot of friends in a lot of different places. Anyway, you two look a little nervous.
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky.
There
I
was.
think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Everybody has
Bianca's
bigger things
got
to
a
think
lead
about.
Where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
Oh?
The site of Bartram's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a deep roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
Okay, is that their only way in?
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the deep roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Okay. So who leaked the location? Like, it has been leaked, but somebody leaked it. Like, somebody gave it to him. Who did? Not many people
Who could have
know.
given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew.
Eh?
Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are
No,
now.
I think it is a little important to find out how they found out. Wasn't the Tig in Kirkwall?
You can get there from Orlais. It's a long way to the Free Marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such. Some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
No, we should definitely shut this
We
down.
need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Okay.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all.
Uh-huh.
Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Oh, I'll be there. Don't worry, buddy. I will never get over that the name of his personal quest is just called Well Shit. So, fighting a losing battle?
Battling the demons of paperwork. That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
Yep.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, you know, I would rather you just be my friend.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
Well, what am I to you, though?
What am I to you then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me.
That's fair.
Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Yeah, but please don't sing.
Please don't tell me you're going to burst into song now.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Yeah, let's do Wicked Grace. That's fine. Thanks, Varric. I really appreciate the difference between Varric's relationship with the Inquisitor and Varric's relationship with Hawk. You know, I think largely...
Sort of.
Right. Grey Wardens.
Not so sure you want them now.
Let's just say I'm glad they're moving on.
Yeah, anyway, I was gonna say, like, I like the difference between Varric's relationship with the Inquisitor and Varric's relationship with Hawke. Of course, Varric knew Hawke before she was Hawke, you know, when she was just a random refugee from Ferelden living in Kirkwall trying to scrape enough money to get by. And so, like, the power dynamic there was always much more even, you know. They were always sort of on even ground with each other. But certainly, in Inquisition, Varric is there almost from the beginning. But you're also, as the Inquisitor, right, you have a slightly different status, right? From the very beginning, a lot of people revere you pretty much from the start and see you as a figure of worship in a sense, someone who has disciples, almost a messianic figure to some people, and in some sense, Varric really takes that to heart with the Inquisitor. Like, you can still be his friend. You can still be very friendly with him in Inquisition, but yeah, the dynamic between the Inquisitor and Varric is always going to be slightly different than that between Hawke and Varric, which I really appreciate because, like, I wouldn't really want anybody to try and, you know, like, Varric's, like, that is, like, Hawke is Varric's best friend, as far as I'm concerned, right? 100% forever. Hawke and Varric are best buddies, and, like, no one is ever going to replace Hawke in Varric's affections, so to speak. That doesn't mean he can't have other friends, right? That doesn't mean he can't still be friends with the Inquisitor as well. But, you know, it's different. It's a different dynamic, and I appreciate that. Anyway, I do need to talk to Dorian.
I'm told you have Alexius researching magic for you.
Yes, I do.
Research is always what made him happiest. Perhaps I'll even go talk to him eventually. One word of advice. If he suggests altering time as a way to solve all your problems, give it a pass.
I agree, yes. Did I do this? Tell me about Alexius?
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally.
Of course.
Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Why?
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hosburg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. And the guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
I'm sorry.
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Did you miss him?
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. I'm not exactly built to fit in.
Fair.
At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up. Sad, really.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I'm not sure. I thought I would have done most of the stuff about the Imperium, but I don't know. Let's see.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Popular topic. Anything specific?
Yeah, Corypheus was a magister. Okay.
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus. All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out.
Yeah.
There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
Yeah, but it's not a story, clearly.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. if he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on trying to find out who exactly Corypheus is or was. So you just hold that thought, Dorian. You just hold that thought. Anyway, yeah, I am going to tell him about the letter from his father. So we'll do that.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter?
Unfortunately,
From some Antivan dowager?
no.
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Or it could be a Venatori plot.
This could be the Venatori. Lure us somewhere remote, then an ambush.
Perhaps. Although this does look like my father's penmanship. Or could he have joined the Venatori? No, that can't. Well, anything is possible. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer.
Okay.
If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that.
I am good at
It's not.
that.
I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Yeah, what's the issue between you?
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Yeah.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct.
No doubt.
They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married? Because you left?
That too.
Okay.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, I will do that. I promise. But I want to talk to some more people here in Skyhold first. So, once again, my friend, hold that thought, and we'll get back to it. But I would like to talk to Cullen again. While I'm here. So how are you feeling today?
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
It always does, but yeah, you seem to be feeling better.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Yeah, I want to be helpful. That's always something I want to do.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Where I saw mages, I'm not sure I would have cared about you. The thought of that sickens me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
I love that line. I love that he's self-aware enough to consider that possibility when he's with a mage. That, like, you know, even just a couple of years ago, if he'd met her a couple of years ago and when he was still in Kirkwall, he might have had a very different reaction to her. He's really come a long way as character, and I really like his character arc, you guys. I could probably expound for a few thousand words about his character arc and all the little things about it that I love. But anyway, yeah, I care about you. Yes.
For what it's worth, I like who you are now.
Indeed.
Even after...
What? Of course. Are you kidding?
Cullen, I care about you. You've done nothing to change that.
A moment of weakness isn't going to stop me
What
from
about
caring.
You have troubles of your own. How are you holding up?
And this is another thing that I love about this game. I love how often NPCs ask how you're doing. So you're not just 100% being like the psychologist for all of your buddies, but your friends are actually often concerned about how you are. Like, so Varric at times will ask things like this. Dorian asks this. Cullen asks this. I like it when they do that. They don't just ask your opinion about things, but they ask like how you're feeling. They ask about your mental and emotional well-being. It's nice. But yeah, you know, I think her friends, I think she's a little scared she's gonna fail. But I think sure, you know, she's like, okay, my friends keep me grounded. I think, I mean, all of these are good, except I don't like the "don't concern yourself" one, because it's like she's in a relationship with this person. I feel like she like, you're not gonna say, "Oh, don't worry about me" to somebody that you're in a relationship with. The whole point of being in a relationship is that you have this emotional give and take. Like, that's the point of being in a relationship, is that it, you know, you share the emotional burdens, right? You share equally in the emotional work of being in a relationship. So just saying, "Oh, don't worry about me," you know, like, I don't think she would do that. So I think it's a good point, like, you know, given her relationship with Cullen, I think it's okay for her to admit that she's frightened. I think it's okay. I think if it was anybody else asking this question, or if Cullen was asking this and she wasn't in a romantic relationship with him, she might answer slightly differently. But because she is in a romantic relationship with him, I feel like this is a really appropriate thing to say for her.
Honestly, I'm terrified. So many people depend on us, on me. Corypheus is still out there.
We've made great strides. Do not doubt yourself, or the Inquisition just yet. If there's anything I can do, you have only to ask.
You're a good man, Cullen Rutherford. I appreciate you. And I'm back over here again. What in the heck? What in the heckity? That's alright. I can go into the... Let's see. I don't know if Cole has anything new for me right now, just because I haven't done his personal quest yet, so I don't know if he has much for me.
I'm glad you came to talk to me.
I'm glad I came to talk to you too, but I don't think yeah, you don't have anything new to me. I appreciate you, Cole. I do. But I don't think you have anything new for me, and I'm not sure you will have anything new for me until...
You heard what they did out there?
Can you believe this armor? It must have cost 2 houses.
Hi, Sutherland.
Right. Kind of heavy.
Looks good on you. You too, Voth. I can't wait for the next job.
Hi, Sutherland.
Inquisitor.
How are you doing, buddy?
Escura's the best. I never thought, well, we'll be worth it, I swear.
Huh. You got it. You got this, buddy. You got this.
Inquisitor?
Anything new for me,
Think
Carl?
of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers.
Nothing jumps out at me.
Okay.
If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
We'll talk later.
And I don't think Iron Bull... Oh, maybe he does have something new for me.
Again. Again. Come on. This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen.
Uh-oh. Now you're in for it. There you go. That's exactly what he intended, I'm sure.
Perhaps you can take over.
He doesn't actually believe that. He was just saying that to get her to hit him harder.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
What is this?
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit you with this stick?
Probably, if I try. It'd involve a lot of Kunari words, though. Just hit me with the stick, alright? I need to get over this demon crap.
Okay, if that's what you want. I mean, talking this through might help too, but he seems to think that being hit with a stick is gonna work better, so I guess we'll hit him.
All right.
Just whack him. That's alright.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
Glad you're happy.
Demon? Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Let it out, buddy. Let it out, big guy.
You fought in that siege. Every demon at Adamant wanted to tear you in half.
I bet, you demon assholes. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull. I needed that. Thanks, boss.
Happy to help. So, feeling better?
And that works for you.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, then.
If that works for you, that works for everybody's got their thing, you know? For some people, they gotta talk about it. Iron Bull, he just needs to be hit. That's fair. I mean, so, you know, like, if it works, it works. Everybody's got their coping mechanisms. I'm not judging. Let's see. Cassandra, you got anything for me?
Something is troubling me, Inquisitor.
Oh, yes?
Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
Of course.
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
Can we talk
I
about
have some more questions.
your brother now?
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, can we... do you have enough approval to talk about your brother?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony.
Okay.
Another time,
We're
perhaps.
still not there yet.
I'll let you get back to work.
We're still not there yet. All right. Fair enough.
Were you there? Did you see what they did?
Straight across the throat. Like it was nothing.
Shit. What goes on in their heads?
Blight. Blight goes on. Never forget that.
I mean, yeah, stopping the blight. That's what happens when you are an extremist who is prepared to do anything
Inquisitor.
to, you know, to, meet your goals, to succeed in your goals. What was I gonna do? Oh, I think I have a new reward in my chest, so I'm gonna do that, I think. I'm gonna grab this really quick. Also, I wonder if...
trying to step on your toes, you know.
Fade-touched infused Virantium Samite. Wow, okay. Also, I feel like Dagna might have something to say about the fact that I went into the Fade again.
You were there. I have to know what it was like. The colors, the smells, the magic. I'm sorry, it's just so exciting. You went into the Fade. If you have time, Inquisitor, do tell.
Yeah, let's do it.
You seemed excited that I fell into the Fade at Adamant.
Excited? Spring gets me excited. This is a wonder. It's probably hard to relate, but dwarves don't dream. So I can't even guess what it's like. I can't even understand what dreams are. But you were there. And came back. Can I take a sample?
Sample?
Oh, that sounded sinister. I meant, can I cut a little piece off of you and do things to it? That didn't sound better, did it?
Nope. If you were any less cute, it would have sounded really bad. But because you're adorable, it's just kind of funny. But yeah, no, it's fine. I'll prepare a full report for you. We can do
You'll have
that.
a full report of everything I saw. Will that do?
It's a start. I'm sorry, it's just... This is exciting. It all is. Your people cleaned you up after your fall.
Yeah.
I wonder if anything is left. So much to think about.
Okay. Well, yeah, we got an operation out of that, so we can probably take care of that pretty soon too. That would be all right, Dagna, because it's you. Because it's you, and I can never say no to you. We'll take care of it. Right. Yeah, so I have a lot of companion quests to do, which is nice. I like having lots of companion quests to do. As far as I'm concerned, there's never too many companion quests. I think I'm gonna go to the war table and at least do the glyph thing. To see what we get there. And then maybe I'll run to the Exalted Plains again. If only to pick up the operations to unlock the rest of it. Let's see, what is all of this here? I have Mavrin's arrived, judgment done. Mavrin and his clan entered the Silent Plains, intending to settle where no claims currently exist. They were exceptionally difficult to track once they left the Imperial Highway. We have no word on their current location. Okay, that's fine. I did get a nice schematic from that, so... yeah, we're still in progress on those. I might as well, destroy Adamant Fortress. Inquisitor, per my earlier recommendation, I'd like permission to send some of the chargers to Adamant Fortress. The Inquisition already destroyed most of it. My troops can tear down enough of the rest that it doesn't turn into a stronghold for demons or Venatori or whatever else is out here causing us trouble. That's from Krem. Josephine says, many Orlesian nobles would love the reputation of having aided in the destruction of Adamant Fortress. Cullen says, it took all our forces to break Adamant. I'd happily spare some men to ensure the safety.
Handled themselves well in Adamant.
They did, yes.
We've come a long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go, but we're prepared.
Yeah, she was trying to give you a compliment, Cullen. She meant to say you did good. You should just say thanks. But anyway, we'll have Cullen do that. That's fine. And the glyphs. Yeah. The elven glyphs discovered in the Dales might prove valuable. Cursory inspection suggests they predate the ruins in which they were found, possibly transferred onto the stone from a much older edifice that dates back to the original elven nation or even earlier. Josephine says, one of our mages, a Dalish elf named Killian, believes he may be able to translate the glyphs, provided we grant him the needed contacts. Sure. We can definitely do that. I think this actually unlocks one of the sort of dungeons that you can do. It required some gifts to several Dalish clans traveling along the Waking Sea coast, but Killian was able to get the texts he needed to translate the glyphs. He claims they are a kind of map showing the location to an ancient temple dedicated to Dirthaman, the elven god of secrets. He has provided us the location, but it should be noted we're not the first to investigate these glyphs. A group of treasure hunters evidently mentioned them several years ago, though they have not been heard from since. Okay. I'm not gonna go directly there. But I believe... so yeah, that's fine. I can go back to the Exalted Plains for a little bit anyway. I would like to start here, I think. And I'm gonna do Sarah, I'm gonna do Dorian, and Cassandra. Might as well grab the shard while I'm here, since I can get to it pretty easily at this point. Venatori. Where did you go? Okay. Right, I'm pretty sure these Venatori are for the one of the specializations, probably the necromancy specialization. Which I'm obviously not going to do because I took another specialization. Shockingly, there's another rift over here. Like, I don't know what I expected. Right. Okay, well, let's just take care of this then.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Ah, I see. Okay. Ooh, I can get two! I can get two! I'm excited now! Nice. Oh, awesome. I literally got all of them, so I didn't even have to do the second wave at all. That is awesome. I love it. Alright. Well, let's claim this. Veal Montevelin. Ville Montevelin was the first settlement humans established in the Dales following the victory of the Exalted March. Soldiers were the earliest residents of the village. In 221 Glory, Sister Amity, champion of the Exalted March, laid the foundation stones of the village chantry in a symbolic gesture. The building's construction was completed in 222. Laying aside her sword and bow, Sister Amity took on the task of leading Ville Montevelin's flock, becoming revered Mother Amity. She served the Maker for over 40 years, ministering to both residents of the Dales and the many pilgrims to the historic site. Revered Mother Amity died peacefully in her sleep in 264. Her ashes are interred in the Chantry's vault, where dozens of pilgrims still come each year to pay their respects. Alright. That's cool. I mean, also terrible and colonialist, but... Old journal. An old journal, clearly much beloved. I weep at what the armies have done. Ditches scar the landscape. There's fire everywhere. All around is the smell of bitter smoke and spilled blood. I remember coming here as a boy. It was late summer, and the plains were bright and golden. The earth was warm and felt like home. All that's gone. My mother said my father was from these parts. She never told anyone but me that he was an elf. Maybe part of me, the elf-blooded part, feels what the Dalish felt for centuries. This is my home. I would give anything to preserve it. I'll go now with the others, but when the war is over, I will return. It will be beautiful again. I think this is our bottle. Yeah. A bottle marked Vintage Warden Krennic. Notes of fruit and anger. Okay. Oh, the shard is up there. I see. I see. Ah, shoot. Yeah, this is one of the trickier ones, as I recall. It's easy to lose your footing. Is there an easier way up there, or no? Is that the way up? That might just be the way up. Oh, for... Anywho, it's not necessarily what I'm here for. What I'm here for is this bridge. So first I have a landmark. Pont Agur, a plaque on the bridge of the Pont Agur reads, dedicated to all, elven and human, who lost their lives in the Second Exalted March. Pont Agur was built 100 years after the Exalted March of the Dales. It was named for Mayor Agur of Ville Montevelin, who raised the money to have the bridge built after several villagers drowned in a ferry accident trying to cross the river, swollen after the rains. Some villagers took offense at the dedication message on the bridge, which honors fallen elves as well as humans. Rumors that the mayor was elf-blooded began circulating. He was forced to step down. That's unfortunate. And racist. Y'all are racist.
Who breaks a bridge? We need that. So stupid.
I agree, Sarah. It's very stupid and we're gonna fix it. My cat's just definitely decided that I'm a pincushion again. Here's another landmark. Triumph of the Light. Remember the triumph over the profane. Sister Amity led the march to the river Tenasir, where stood shrines to the elven gods. These she struck down. Standing upon the banks, she sang the chant of light. Andraste's word had come to the Dales and delivered them from wickedness. Yeah, that's really propagandistic. Thanks, Orlay. Appreciate it. Love that propaganda. Don't love that propaganda, as a matter of fact. Let's grab these Venatori guys. For Dorian, he's in my party right now. Might as well. Take care of these fellas. Hi, guys. Dorian! Let's do this. What the hell, just for funsies. That was super quick and easy. Yeah, he liked that. I liked that too. It was like a 2-second long fight. It is great. Anyway, I think around here is another operation that I would like to unlock. Like, one last thing before we quit. Which I believe is down here. Indeed.
We could send men to clear this out, if you want.
I think that's a great idea, Cassandra. And now that I've unlocked those 2 operations, which will hopefully unlock the rest of the Exalted Planes for me, I think I will, end the episode here momentarily. A well-worn piece of paper, clearly folded and unfolded numerous times. Things I will do on my return. Have roast boar and wine at the Black Swan. Visit Arnaud at the Gilded Lily. Play Wicked Grace. Swim in Lake Celestine like I used to as a child. Sometimes focusing on this list is the only thing giving me hope.
Well, that's gruesome.
It is indeed very, yes. I don't like that at all. But I think we're done here for the moment, so I'm going to leave it here. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.